down to it and shoot for the sky.
All right, and we're live. Hello and welcome to the Ring Post Daily Podcast. You're listening to myself, the RPD Ring General, Jesse Henrik, Mr. RPD, Tyreek Ramsey, our prophecy champion, Joey Hudson, the honorary Oos, Austin Cochran, the dark horse, and Eddie Wade, the future champ. We are here today because way before there was any rumors and rumblings and scuttlebutt out there about an Evolution pay-per-view coming possibly in 2025, your boy here was like, hey, we should do a fantasy booking Evolution in 2025. So I did it again. I predicted the future.
Okay.
So
Happy Women's Month, by the way, I guess.
Yeah, you have the script.
I do not have the script. I wish I had the script.
No, you
I'd be
don't.
kicking
No, you
everybody's
don't.
ass
Nah,
if I had the
okay.
script.
That's right. You would be champ if you had the script.
And not that it intentionally happened this way, but if anyone says like they don't give a crap about Women's Month, like, well, we can tend to argue about that.
Anyways, how are you assholes doing before we get started? Is everybody doing good?
This
Having
asshole's doing just fine as champ.
everybody having a fucking fantastic Wednesday?
Yeah, so aggressive. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
aggressive.
am.
Well,
I got Bruiser Brody on my shirt. I have to be aggressive because otherwise Joey, for some reason, thinks this is Jesus.
It was just from
be
first glance. I don't care who you got on your shirt. You still look like a Bray Wyatt cosplayer.
I mean, if you're a Christian, you could say both of them died for your sins. But anyways, let's get into this Evolution pay-per-view cards.
By the way, what's up with your Grammy-looking fedora? Like
What do
you
you
look
mean?
like you're about to tend the red carpet to a movie or something.
Leave my fedora alone.
He's going to a Wyatt family after party.
Ha!
All right. See, you guys can see this, right?
See
Yes.
what?
All right. So I got the card up on screen, Joey. Get with the
I know,
program.
I see it. I just wanted to waste your time.
All right. So, Evolution 2025. First off, we're gonna start this off with what I'm gonna call the heaters, the people the curtain jerkers. We got Austin Cochran here. Now, I'm gonna tell you this because I told this right to Austin's face. He is a sick man. He is a
He's
sicko, and he
Oh.
books for the sickos.
It looks like you're about to
Because-
see his like life story.
You'll see what I
Oh.
mean as we go on. So first off, singles match: Roxanne Perez versus Ivy Nile. Just nothing but pure fucking pit bulls in this match. Tell us about it.
Well, that was exactly my opinion going into it. It seemed like a pretty good heavy hitter, and that was kind of like my theme throughout all
Dude,
the matches that I kind of put together. I kind of thought I'm like in a perfect world. What are 6 matches I would love to see that I think would line up perfectly under just a brutality theme, I guess, so to speak, kind of, sort of.
No, I love it. Like I said, you guys will find out. See, nobody knows what everybody booked except for me because I put this together. But just trust me, you guys are in for a treat with Austin.
I thought he was about to say, "What's my 6 favorite dogs and who matches personality?"
And who you got winning this match, Austin?
I was about to say, we announced who wins, right?
And this one, I think I would go Roxanne.
Roxanne, I like it. Future of the company right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that girl has been on TV her entire adult life. Since she was 18 years old, rocking the first ever ROH Women's Championship.
I was gonna say you can say the same thing about a lot of adult actors.
Next up, this one's meaty.
Yeah, buddy, it is.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Jeez, look at the muscles on Grace compared to Cargill, though.
Jordan Grace versus Jade Cargill. Just absolutely just a mommy car wreck here.
Just absolute freaking mayhem. I mean, I don't think you kind of described it yourself. I don't really think I have anything else that needs to be said about this.
And
I mean, look at it.
Yeah, no, it writes itself.
Someone's getting messed up in this
match.
To me, this just embodies the evolution of women's wrestling. It's like you didn't see like women wrestlers like this 15 years ago, and it's just like
China.
I mean, China was the one exception.
Yeah.
Who's winning this match?
Dude, I am so split on this one. Incredibly split. But I guess I must say I like Jade Cargill, so I'd be leaning slightly more towards her.
Dude, this is Ultra Instinct Sabrina Carpenter versus Storm from the X-Men.
Yes.
That's who she makes me think of.
What a fucking wild world.
I was like,
I can just imagine the time Jesse.
I'm pretty sure Jade's
for these
done
graphics.
done ring gear inspired by her too. It might have been in AEW, but it looked good.
Next up, tag team match: Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka and Io Sky. Tell me about it.
So if I'm being honest with this one, it was actually probably like my least inspired kind of pick here, because I was thinking, I was like, to round this out, to make it seem good and legit, I'd want to have at least one tag team match on here. And I was just trying to think of, I don't know, some good tag team pairings that I think would make for a good match and on a good show. And this is kind of what I ended up with. So,
it's funny you say
control.
Kabuki control. I like that. It's funny you say that it's kind of uninspired, because I've seen this and I'm like, oh yeah, I can dig this, because I mean, sure, you got Liv and Raquel, like they're great, don't get me wrong, but what really intrigues me about this is Asuka and Io have a very long history before Damage Control, because they were part of Triple Tails in Stardom, or not Stardom, but in Japan. I don't think that was part of Stardom, but either way, they were part of Triple Tails with Io's sister. So, I mean, they have a long history together.
Okay. Io has a sister?
Yeah, Io has a sister. She's retired. I believe she was forced to retire.
Is she as hot as Io is?
I'm not sure. I'm not going to quote on that, Joey. This is International Women's Month. Next up, who's winning this first up?
Man, in this one, I got Asuka and Io.
Asuka and Io, I like it.
Which, by the way, you couldn't have picked like the oldest picture ever of Asuka.
Okay, no, I did that on purpose. Because I was like, what if she came back as fucking Empress Asuka? What if she came back as the Buzzsaw?
Like she's like in her 30s, and it looks like you picked a picture of her like when she was like 22.
No.
Right? She's like, you should. It's only because Kana is a thing now. Like that's who's back.
Like there's a stark difference between Kana Asuka and Empress Asuka, and I personally like the Empress Buzzsaw Asuka. But next up, Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax. All four of you assholes made me make graphics for Nia Jax, and I swear to God.
How could you not, though? I mean,
right? Like, why is that so bad?
Because I hate Nia Jax as a performer. She sucks. Wow, she brings everyone down.
She's really good then.
No, it's not. It's not good
month,
heat.
Joe, calm down, Joe. It's women's month.
It is not good heat. You are putting Asuka, or not Asuka. You are putting Bianca Belair, the 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call her, of WWE's women's division, like the top of the top, the cream of the crop, and you're putting her up against Nia Jax. Sell me on this match. Sell me on it, Austin.
By the Evolution pay-per-view, Nia could be part of the Bloodline. Could you imagine that?
Ooh,
I could.
So sell me on it, Austin.
To me, this one seemed like another version of some heavy hitters.
It is
kind of the idea that I was pulling from it. And And to be honest, hell, it's something I'd like to see.
I mean, yeah, like.
And I mean, I always like watching somebody get the shit slapped out of them with that hair. So.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy. It looks like she's going back heel because then we get to see the hair whips.
It's not real.
Absolutely.
All right. Who's winning this match?
Man, I got Bianca Belair taking the dub in this one.
I like it. I would like to see her give Nia the KOD.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that.
You really want to put Bianca through all that?
I think she could do it. I think she could John Cena her way out of it.
I think we've seen her do it before, at least to Piper Niven. Piper Niven's just as big, if not maybe bigger than Nia. And I'm not being mean when I say that.
Next up. This is why I call you a sicko, Austin, because this match just like makes me happy inside.
Mm-hmm.
Triple threat, Stephanie Vacker versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. It's like the three most polar opposite people you could ever throw into a match, but it works.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that was my idea behind it, too. Plus, I wanted to add a little bit more variety on the card. But, yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Polar opposites. And, I mean, let's see them freaking clash, man.
Dude.
That was
just
who wins, though?
Such a clash of styles.
Absolutely. As far as who wins, this is another tough one for me to call. I'm going to be honest with you. When I put these together, I didn't think I was going to have the pressure of having to pick winners. So you kind of.
To be fair, we told you you'd need winners.
I mean,
what do you think part of booking is?
Sometimes the text just be long with a lot of in the chat with a lot of information.
To Austin, he's like, I'm going to book the match and y'all just figure it out.
That's kind of what I was hoping. But you know what? It's all good because I have still prepared myself momentarily. With this one.
To the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, guys. I think I would give the W to Alexa Bliss in this one.
All right.
That's
I
cool.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just see Austin booking a show and then everyone being like, what's going on? Like, we don't know who's going over. We don't know anything.
It's
we
all
just
a
know
shoot,
we're in a
baby.
match.
Hey,
Everyone backstage is freaking out.
And then Austin's main event. Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton.
Another polar opposite pick here with some just undeniable
Barbenheimer the match.
Yes.
Fucking love it.
Absolutely.
You are a sick man.
Thank you.
This is like I could see this being like a gothic Barbie type of situation.
Yeah, it's Barbenheimer.
I'm assuming it was meaning for a champion versus champion match.
That was part of the idea behind it. Not to mention, I would just like to see a clash between them in general.
I will say, you did not specify any titles or championship matches.
I did
so
not.
I didn't add them.
True, exactly. And I left it that way for a reason. I just figured these are just fantasy matches. So that was my.
Don't you want your fantasy show to sell?
So okay,
no title matches.
I was talking to Eddie before the show, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave us two for last because I feel like me and Eddie treated it like a pay-per-view. Then the three of the rest of y'all, it feels like you kind of went with more like TV special-ish, which is okay.
No, it's like,
but
okay.
Now I can't wait to see y'all's compared to mine and be like,
I can't wait either.
You guys.
Look, I think mine's really good based on
Me too.
the whole picture of mine. Like, you'll see.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
I
you
would,
guys
like-
are all sick in your own ways. I'm just saying.
Like the
when
mindset behind mine was, what would people pay to see?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying we had different approaches.
That's what I do like about this. It's like, cause any like booker, it's up to like them to like choose what matches they want and who wins and who does it. It's cool to see what we would think in that spot of Evolution pay-per-view and stuff like that.
See, Jesse says like
I'm going to tell you
guys.
You guys are going to have what I call a lore-gasm when you see mine. Because
see, I know
stacked.
Yeah, I don't know about that. See, I don't think an Evolution like pay-per-view would be like a freaking
Oh no!
all dream match, pay-per-view. Like
it's not just all dream matches. It is a little of both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Jesse's over here.
My sweet summer child. Just go on this journey with me.
But Jesse's over here saying, "Oh, we all had different points of views," and then he's like, "Oh, well, these three guys are Disney Channel, and me and Eddie Spike TV." Like,
all I'm saying is, you three went with 6 matches. Me and Eddie went with 8 and a little extra.
I did go with the ending cutscene.
I know you did. I know Joey went with an ending cutscene. That's why he's in the middle.
But also, do you really think they'd have an 8-match Evolution card in 2025? Because he's been doing 5-match cards. That's the reason I thought, I was like, you know what? Let me calibrate it down.
We're supposed to be better.
We're supposed to be
better.
defensive.
But it's like 8 matches, man. This is not AEW. This is not AEW.
Tyreek's getting real. Ty's getting real.
Well, Ty, you will have a chance to defend yourself with this, because next up we have booked by Tyreek Ramsey.
Oh yeah.
In the opener,
based on a true life story.
Firefly Funhouse, Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley.
I like that.
I dig it.
I dig
That's
that.
WrestleMania quality.
Tell us about
right?
it.
It's just a banger opener. Now, the Evolution pay-per-view, I approached it as like kind of ready to show the evolution of where it's going to go and what's going to happen and like kind of how the women's division is going to shift and just be, what it is. The next up-and-comers and what they're going to be. So now both of these women are obviously established, but, I just think this match shows the evolution of, like, the storytelling and also the, cinematic, the way, women's matches have elevated cinematically. Firefly's Funhouse match are going back and forth. It's an amazing match. What's up?
I was just going to say, I thought you were coming to the end of your point. I just wanted to point out that seeing these two next to each other, especially in these gears, it's like they would make a fire tag team.
They would.
Yeah.
Like
the tallest and the shortest.
I mean, just I have a tag team name already. Little Miss Mommy. Little Miss Mommy.
I hate that.
I like that.
Oh yeah. One hates it, one likes it. I'm just like,
yeah, I'm just like, I don't know about that. I'm not traveling out of my state to a pay-per-view to see tag team champions defended by Little Miss Mommy, okay? I don't like that.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that is so obvious. That's like putting 2 bald guys together and being like, the 2 bald guys! Like,
Joey's speaking from previous experience.
Not yet. I'm getting there.
All right, who's winning this match?
So, to show the evolution, this will be a great match, and Alexa Bliss will win because it's like the Firefly Funhouse will become her match. She wins the Firefly Funhouse matches, and so she'll pull off an upset, and it'll be a banger of a match.
Austin, I don't think we got your winner for the main event you had.
I don't think we did, but it's Tiffy time.
Tiffy time. Okay, I like it. Next up. 4-way women's tag team championship. Kabuki Warriors versus Damage Control versus the Meta Girls versus Judgment Day for the tag team championships.
Okay.
Man,
again,
that's the word for them graphics.
Yeah, again,
this one sucked. This graphic particularly sucked to make.
Dakota Kai's almost looks fake. Like, it looks like almost like a video game version of her.
Yep, it's just. But I think of course needed. I could see this match actually like kind of happening. That's why I kind of figured like if there was an Evolution pay-per-view this year, I don't know. I figured it'd be maybe summer, maybe fall. I'm not sure, but by that time, I think this could like come together. And I think it's a great second match. We all have the second match, which is sometimes a tag team, sometimes just a gimmick match of some sort. I don't see this as a gimmick match, but it's a banger of a match. I'd say, wow. See, I think I had someone in mind like a week ago, but I gotta go Damage Control.
All right. By the way, I just want to preface all of this. You guys, a lot of you had champions Liv and Raquel together. You can blame WWE for having an outdated render of them. Not me. Blame them.
Hey, I blame you. You're supposed to make stuff happen.
You gotta make it work, man.
Next up. Singles match, Jordan Grace versus Nia Jax. Another meaty mommy fest.
Yes, and it's like just thinking. I just think this going near the middle of the show because you guys already mentioned I had 6 matches. Like this would be just a big coming out for Jordynne Grace, and it'd be just the moment of her in the Rumble lifting Piper Niven and delivering that move. Like I could see something similar to that, to where that's why I put this match together, was to have that moment in particular where Jordan just shows her feats of strength with Nia Jax and ends up taking the W. And I think it, be a great
Nia just looks like she's ready to damage Jordynne Grace.
Yeah.
Like, who you got winning
like
here?
You're getting injured tonight.
Yeah. See, like Drew. Drew's always mad. He always just be mad. He comes to the ring just already mad. Like, what are you mad at already?
I'm pretty sure Drew McIntyre wakes up mad.
Same with Finn. Finn be walking to the ring just.
I know, like, dude, the sun's out, winter's over, like, be happy about something.
I know, he's always pissed off.
And who you got winning this?
Oh, I said Jordynne Grace.
Oh, Jordynne Grace? Okay. And I do want to say, I have Nia Jax in a match of my own, and, like, it's not that I hate Nia Jax. I hate seeing her in these spotlight matches. Like, use her for something to...
I think this is great.
Know.
I don't think
I don't want to see no more world title matches or anything for Nia for a long time.
Just be lucky they don't have Nia.
Perfect opponent.
Just be lucky they don't have Nia Jax.
This is a good Nia match.
Yeah.
This is a good Nia match because she would be able to make Jordan look like a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Ty's 4th match. This one's juicy. Ooh. WWE Women's United States Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus champion Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a situation, Joey, where I made it work.
You did. I see that. You tried on this one.
I tried. Didn't exactly work out, but I tried.
That's all we asked.
So, Becky, whenever she comes back, you can easily see her just being any kind of champion when she comes back. I can't wait for her to come back. But, Stephanie, obviously, like, before this even, like, happened, like, of course, Stephanie had just won both titles. And, man, I don't know what it's been recently, but I was just sold on Stephanie, like, now.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
It's not that I think there was just so many, like, just people to pay attention to. Maybe I just overlooked her a little bit. Dude. But now I'm just like, she's one of my favorites, and I just see her going far.
That's why Booker T is my spirit animal. Because, like, anytime Stephanie's out there, it's just,
Okay. But, of course, like
all jokes aside, like, she's awesome. She really is.
Yeah, the basis of the pay-per-view was to show who's going to be, evolving and, kind of, going in the next few years of running it. And this is where Stephanie wins her title, just like where, Jordan beat Nia. So, yeah.
And who wins it?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, I like it. All right, and then for Ty's main event. WWE Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair.
Jeez, Roxanne looks like a little kid next to Charlotte.
I don't think it's the main event. There's one more match, but this one.
Was there?
Yeah. So, we saw, what kind of happened with.
Oh yeah, there's one more. I'm sorry.
With these two being the final two in the Rumble. And Roxanne just showing out in the Rumble, building momentum. We've seen her in the Elimination Chamber stand out, and I think she'll stand out at Stand and Deliver, and then eventually go to the main roster. And, I think she'll be ready to have this match, but I don't know. It's like this will be the one match where, she doesn't win it. She proves herself that she can go with, the main eventers, but this time Charlotte Flair takes home the W because she's Charlotte Flair. So. Like, this isn't like we're building. This isn't Roxanne's, like, moment. Like,
it's a coming out party.
Yeah. It's like, showing that she is a main eventer now and she can go with the main eventers. And, so I'm, I can see her moment being at Mania.
Yeah, it's like the Jeff Hardy Undertaker match where it's like a show of respect type thing. It's the coming out party for the young star.
Yes.
Oh, Roxanne gets a coming out party and would celebrate it, but when I had one, my parents hated me.
Oh, stay classy. Stay classy. All right, now for the main event. For the main event of the evening.
For the main course of the meal.
WWE Women's World Championship, Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill.
This is like the match. This is not, about, of course, the youngsters and where they're going to go in the future. This is like where
this is the
business has, literally, where the business has evolved now into women's wrestling. And, just what a match. We're all waiting for the match. Me, I'd love the match, one-on-one, of course, either way, but I always prefer this match to have a title, a world title. Like, it's just a world championship match to me. And, I was kind of going back and forth on this, but this is Jade can take this one. This is Jade's first title. And
that's Jade's moment.
Yes, and, just a great ending. And I don't know if Bianca's a heel because, I hear people, starting for Bianca to turn heel, and I think it'd be interesting, but also it's just, I'm a fan of her as a babyface, and I don't really see I'd want it to be, I want there to be some motivation rather than just doing it to do it. Like, I don't want, just for the fact, because, this babyface thing for her is working. So I'm
she
just
has the very, rare ability to do both. And very few people can do it well.
We already got a John Cena heel turn.
I know,
think we're good on heel turns for the next year and a half.
Right.
So Jay takes the win. It's a great moment, and that wraps up the pay-per-view. And from there, the women's division of WWE is seen in a different light. They're like,
I like it. It's funny. For a second there at the start, I thought you were doing like a Donald Trump impression. You're like, it'll be a great match, a wonderful match. These two are behemoths of the industry. This is the now. It's going to be a wonderful match. Trust me.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be great. You got to do the hand. You got to do the hand.
You got to do the hands.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
Oh my God, you did that too good.
I did the U.
I think I sold my pay-per-view on you, Jesse. Like, that's well-balanced
before you go,
right?
It is.
Before you go past that book by Joey screen, I do want to point out, I was just gonna give you a junk of a card on purpose, and I was literally gonna give you a card, you'd be like, "Are you serious?" One of my ideas was to put Braun Strowman in a wig, and call him Brawny Strowman, and have him in a bra and panties match. But I knew you'd never go for it, so I decided to take it seriously. But I was really gonna make this something you just want to whip a ball past.
And I just want to say this now because I have the gift of knowledge. I hate Joey Hudson.
Why?
I feel like you guys are gonna hate him after this is over.
Wait a minute, before you go any further, why? Why are they gonna hate me, and why do you hate me for it?
Oh no, I can't tell you because that would ruin it.
Is it? is there a reason?
You know why? Because I told you why I hate you.
Is it because of how many graphics you had to make?
No, I'm not spoiling it.
Well, I'm gonna have to understand this better by the end of this.
All right. Well, first up, I just realized this looks like the credits for Family Guy.
I was saying, it looks like we're about to enter a Joey This Is Your Life type of situation. It looks like we're about to enter the story of my life.
Pretty soon we're gonna have produced by Cherry Pravidamrong or whatever. Chiva Pravidamrong.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know. I heard it too.
Sound like someone got an incorrect answer.
All right. Well, first up, Joey's opener. What an opener it is. WWE Women's World Title Triple Threat. Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley going in as champ, and Becky Lynch.
That's a banger.
So my winner for this match is Rhea, and the reason it's a triple threat match is because I can see Roxanne and Becky getting into it, and then that beginning a feud between them, and Rhea would move on after that to a new opponent, and because they were involved in this match and neither of them won, that would make a feud between them, and it'd be a nice victory for Rhea. So that was my thought process behind that.
Was it now? No, dude, seriously, like, I appreciate this. This is the junk food of pay-per-views. Like, I mean, there's so much to love. Because you got Becky coming back, obviously. You got Roxanne, you know, the new thing on the block, so to speak. And then you got Mommy, who's obviously, she's another one of those who's like the 1A or the 1B of WWE's women's division. So like on
Raw, she's like the top girl, and then on SmackDown, I'd say there's at least like 2 or 3 of them who's on top. But at this point, Becky's already returned. Roxanne's already a bigger deal than she is, and Rhea's world champion again. And
like, I feel like this should have been your main event, but we'll get to that. Next up, second match: Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill.
I got Belair winning this just because that's my girl, and I can see at this point, like, Jade being the bad guy and Bianca being the good guy, and Bianca putting her in her place.
Right. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my little guy in the background.
No, you're good, man.
He's happy about wrestling.
Yeah, no.
He don't sound too happy about it.
He's the junior anchor.
He's mad with happy.
Oh. Anything else to say about it, Joey?
No.
Okay. Third match. Trios match. Team Charlotte versus Team Legends. We got Charlotte, Liv, and Raquel versus Stratus, Lita, and Lee.
Yeah, so basically I thought, like, at least for an Evolution night, like, at some point, at least one of the matches has to be, like, Legend versus Current. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they bring AJ back for a night, Lita and Trish back again, and then have them face off against a heel Team Charlotte and Liv and Raquel, and give the Legends, and at least give AJ and the Team Legends their moment and let them win. So that was my process behind that. If I had to say anything, I'd say Trish pins Liv in this one.
Okay. I dig it. Fourth match. Main event number 1 contendership battle royale. We got Io, LeRae, Vega, Bailey. You got Nikki Bella in there. You got Dakota Kai, Naomi, and Nia Jax.
Is that all the women I had in there?
Yep. It's an 8-man battle. You set up for 8 women.
Okay. So, yeah, like, basically, like, the winner of this match gets a title match at the end of the night. So they have a couple matches to, at least a match between it to, get a breather in. But the winner of this match goes into the main event and gets a women's title shot. Yeah. And, I picked Nia just because, I could see her, like, using Candice, like, tag teaming the whole thing and then eliminating Candice last, and just being dominant throughout the thing, and then being like, oh my god, we're the last 2 in. Like, no, we're not. Boom. Boots are out.
Right. No, I get it. I mean...
And plus you get, like, a little Legends return there from Nikki. People like Selena and Dakota, they get a little bit of action here, and then you're like your main ones like Nia, Naomi, Bailey, and Io. They'd have, like, some. They'd be the main sellers of the match, but you get like a legendary girl coming back, and then a few other girls in there to get their feet wet.
Right. No, I totally get it. So you went with Nia, of course.
Yep.
Next up. This is the semi-main. Singles match. If Bliss loses, she joins the Wyatt Six. Alexa Bliss versus Sister Abigail.
No, you misunderstood me. This was supposed to be a handicap match. Alexa Bliss and Lily versus Nikki Cross.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
I did that because 1, Lily is a girl, and 2, I wanted it to be like a, how's this going to work out type of thing.
Lily's on Alexa's shoulder, so that's fine. There we go.
Now, the reason I did this is because if Bliss loses, she joins the Wyatt Six. Nikki Cross is the winner because she pins Lily. That's why Lily was part of it.
foolishness.
Like
See,
you would
when
see
I-
Alexa Bliss.
When I see this, when I made this graphic, I'm like, oh, this makes total sense. Because like, what if it's a situation where like Bliss loses on purpose because she wants to be part of the 6, and like that's why I use this graphic specifically because it's got the Wyatt, red circle.
Well, no, see, back in, like, the Attitude Era, they had, like, Al Snow and Head versus Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty 2 Hottie. And the way that Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty 2 Hottie won is they brought a bottle of Head and Shoulders, put it under the head, and pinned the bottle. So that was, like, my kind of thing like this, where Alexa would tag in Lily, use her as a weapon. One of the Wyatt 6 would come out and distract her. She would, Alexa would be taken out or something for a moment. But since Lily's tagged in, Nikki Cross would literally just pin the doll, and Alexa would have to join due to her own undoing. So this would be
Jesse's children don't like it.
Yeah, you're getting booed.
But yeah, this would be definitely a handicap match, so to speak. I mean, even though it's not, it is, and the one that gets pinned is like
leave it to Joey to take a serious women's-only pay-per-view and turn it into hokey bullshit.
Well, I mean, like a
Only
women's
Joey
pay-per-view.
could book
You mean
it
to tell
that
me
way.
Lily can't? You mean to tell me a women's pay-per-view and the world of professional wrestling, Lily the doll can't get her moment? Like, sorry, like.
I'm afraid to know what his troll freaking card was. Like that would have.
Oh, like Braun Strowman in a bra and panties match. Like, dude, it was gonna be bizarre.
I had
Well,
Lily versus Santina Morella.
Main event time. We got WWE Women's Championship match, Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton. You've seen it a million times. It's always reasonably good, but sell me on it.
Basically, it's just like, Nia won the Battle Royal. She gets a chance to get her title back, but she doesn't, and Tiffany wins and just comes out looking better on top of it, defeating her nemesis again.
I appreciate that, and it would be a decent main event. Like, it makes sense if you were like to do a TV special Evolution, like I said. Like, it makes sense.
Now, I could have gone with the easy way out and been like, oh, Nia wins it, but like, how many times have we seen like a Money in the Banker or a Royal Rumble winner? They win that opportunity, but then they don't win the big one. Like, so I want to be a little bit realistic. Nia already got a win on the card. She can suffer to lose another one. And plus, her her being a big girl, she's obviously going to be wore down a bit. She just got out of a Battle Royal that took probably 15, 20 minutes. She's walking to the ring, breathing heavy.
Okay.
We
get it,
point in time, she's got a little wear and tear on her, and
she
that makes it
changed
easy
outfits
for Tiffany.
too. So
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
That's the same one.
No, it's the same one. Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
it
same
was for
picture.
it was the other card that had different picture. Then it was like
All right.
But no, by this
And I
point in time, she was
assume-
wear and tear.
I'd assume like Tiffy would get all the, she get all the cheers in the world because they'd boo Nia for winning. They'd boo Nia for winning, be like, please no, Nia don't win, and then Tiffy would definitely
Tiffy time.
be
Tiffy
more
time.
over.
And let me point out, I wasn't saying that to be mean. I'm just saying, like, knowing as a bigger guy myself, like, I couldn't go out there and wrestle a 15, 20-minute match and then turn around and have to do another one like this. Like, I couldn't do that.
And see, if you had stopped your card here, I would have been, okay, Joey actually put some effort in. He made a good card.
Oh, yeah,
But then,
I didn't even know. I thought this was the main event.
it was the main event, but then he has to go and ruin it with the end of the match sequence. Ronda Rousey returns.
yes.
Oh, okay.
And look, I don't even like Ronda Rousey. I hate her. The only reason I put it on here is because it's a big moment. Like, she'd come back and maybe like stare down Tiffany or dominate Nia Jax, and then
I don't give a damn about reputation.
yeah, I even have it. I even had the description saying Ronda returns, attacks Stratton and Jax, and owns the ring. Like, she doesn't have to be around for a long ass while. Like, maybe just long enough to like get a title match and lose and leave again.
Boo
But
this man. Boo this man.
well, I mean, that's another idea of it too. The fans would crap on this, but they would love the rest of the card. But I mean, there's going to be parts of shows you don't like, and this might be one that a lot of people wouldn't like. I wouldn't like it myself.
There are people
This
who
is
would
such
dig
a
this.
Vince move. This is like such a Vince move.
Yeah.
Like, I swear. Like, this is like.
I do take that as a compliment.
If you really look back at like during the Vince era, there were some times where there was just laughable moments where it was like genuinely what the fans didn't want, and just like Vince knew it's like crazy. Like I don't know.
Well,
Whether it was a
like
win
when she
or a
debuted,
turn.
when she debuted in the Rumble, they did that right after the first Rumble, I believe, like the first Women's Rumble. It was the main event, I think, and she came out and made her debut and pointed at the sign. So that's where I even got the idea.
I will
like,
say this.
No one would
say
expect
this.
it either. Like no one would expect it either.
No,
and
they wouldn't.
I guarantee you, like since Jesse was the only one knowing, excluding him, I bet like none of y'all would have guessed that would have been on my card, little known the closing.
Right.
So,
and I will say this: it would change the landscape.
It would,
everything.
and as much as I hate to admit that it would, but I still just hate you, Joey. I hate you.
and if it means anything, she comes back, more respectful toward the business, not the Rhonda that was calling it fake and this and that. Like she's learned her lesson, she's been doing more training. This Ronda Rousey coming back is supposed to be a better trained, better attitude Ronda, the one we should have gotten in the beginning.
All right. Well, end scene. Eddie Wade. We're getting into the main event cards.
Oh, shit on all three of us.
I
Shit
can't wait
on
to
all
see
three
it.
of us.
I think mine was perfect, and you could see it happening.
I did like yours. I did like yours, Ty. And Joey and Austin, I liked yours too. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like me and Eddie had our cards. Listen, me and Eddie not only booked more matches than you three, but we had our cards done like 2 nights after I made that, like, I put that homework out to you.
I spent more days thinking on that.
We were just like, no, like this is our shit. Like me and Eddie, we like women's wrestling.
Okay, but let me explain. When someone says to me like, "Hey, not to be mean," that's when I cut them off and say, "Okay, then don't say what you're about to say," because you can sit there and say, "Hey, I'm not trying to insult you,"
not
but
saying to be mean.
I'm not. I'm just using that as an example. If someone at work says, "Hey, I'm not trying to insult you," but okay, well, wait a minute, you're adding a big but in there. I have a feeling what you're about to say is insulting. You're saying, "Oh, you had good cards." But
all right, well, let's let Eddie get into his card. First up, hosted by AJ Lee and Brandy
I was
Rhodes.
not expecting this.
Okay, for me, I thought that was a match. I was
hosted by.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought it was a match too.
Yeah.
Hosted by Brandy Rhodes and AJ Lee.
Opener, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, it is the opening scene.
I thought it was a match. I thought to lose my shit.
Punk's wife and Cody's wife.
Eddie, I gotta ask, why did you pick these two specifically to host?
Well, because they're both obviously they've obviously both wrestled before, so it's not like they're just two women. But AJ Lee's one that everybody's been clamoring to see come back anyways. Plus, she's married to CM Punk, so that adds in. And then Brandy, Rhodes married to Cody, the top babyface in the WWE now. So I just think it makes sense for not just the casual audience, but also the people who know about like Brandy's wrestling, because she never really wrestled in WWE. But
I like it.
All right. Call me the Hulk, because Brandy looks smashable.
Getting into the first match.
Yeah.
Women's United States Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green going in as champion.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about her.
So my thinking behind this was this could be like a passing of the torch / we know Chelsea can go, but this could show that she can go at that main event level and even go further without her winning and beating Charlotte.
It'll legitimize her reign.
Yeah. No, so you have Chelsea winning?
Yes.
Wow. That's a huge endorsement. Huge.
We're never losing this
endorsement. All right. Next up, Women's Intercontinental Championship. Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria.
I love this.
I know. I love it too.
This match originally was Dakota Kai versus Lyra, but then literally the night before I sent the card, they had it on Raw. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. And that was before Io won the world title. So I was like, well, Io's really good too. So substitute her there. Dakota's later on the card. But I was actually going to have Io win this match. in what would be a barn burner, essentially. It would be
a barn burner.
Dude,
there is no bathroom breaks on
banger.
this card.
That it's all gas. And like, dude, I gotta say, I feel bad about this. Io Sky is not on my card, and it hurts me that
I feel
happened.
bad that Lyra Valkyria is not on my card. That's like when I looked at
I feel
relooked
bad
at my
Chelsea
matches,
Green's
I was
not
like,
on
man.
mine.
I was like,
Yeah,
God,
so it just goes to show, like, even though I gave you guys the parameter of 6 to 8 matches, that's all I told you guys. Even though you had that, leeway, there are still people that can't make a card. That's how good WWE's women's division is right now.
Or
Yeah, 'cause I
just
didn't
how
have
much
Tiffy
it's
on mine either.
overstacked.
Next up,
That's what Battle Royals are
triple
for.
threat. Naomi versus Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill.
for the culture.
For the culture.
I mean, this one, we've seen how things have been playing out with it. And I don't know, maybe I'd have Bianca winning it more than likely, like in the way I've booked it. But a lot of things have changed. Yeah, Bianca Hogan.
Against the wall.
Looks like the new women's NWO.
But like before everybody figured it was Naomi, but I also think maybe Belair had her do that, and she's putting on this big actress masterclass here.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't slap her or nothing, and she really was like that torn up about it. She should have just attacked her, not let Jade did it. Like Jade and her both should have tore her down.
Right. So you said you got Bianca winning this?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you got two heels who take out, Cargill, I feel like Cargill should win this, but that's my opinion.
Well, I think Belair reveals that it was her during this match.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of the story they're telling. Like, did she have something to do with this?
It's me, Austin. It's me.
Next
I
up.
did it for you, Billy.
Women's Tag Team Championship. The Wyatt Six being Alexa Bliss and Sister Abigail versus Judgment Day, Liv and Raquel.
Could be a Mania match.
Yeah.
Can I ask why you're calling her Sister Abigail? Because WWE still notices her as Nikki Cross.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They don't.
They do.
Well, they all
They
have-
called Joe
two names.
Gacy. Yeah, they called Joe Gacy Huskus. They
I've
call
heard him
fucking
say
Eric
Joe Gacy,
Rowan
They kind of have two
Rambling
names.
Rabbit. Yeah.
I've heard him say both.
Yeah,
Rambling
that's what I'm
Rabbit.
getting to. Like,
I don't think I'll ever call Eric Rowan Rambling Rabbit, to be honest, if I'm talking about him.
Anyways, Eddie, tell us about this match.
So, you got with the Wyatt Six, you can do the spooky stuff. You got the Liv and Raquel, from what I've
Spooky
seen
stuff.
lately. From like the last couple matches I've seen, they've been killing it as far as tag team matches goes. And the crowds, they're still pretty interested in the Wyatt Six, and with Bliss recently just coming back, I think this could be a good showcase for the Wyatt Six to become new tag champs.
Oh yeah.
now see, that sounds
I
like
like
something that sounds like something Vince McMahon would say. Like, hey, what do you want us to go do? I don't care. Just go do some spooky shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like break glass for spooky stuff. It's just a picture of the Wyatt logo.
God dang it, I love it.
All right, next match. Triple threat match. Cora Jade versus Bayley versus Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
This is just one I want to see. I'll be honest. I just think it's a cook.
And he's just like, yeah, I just like this.
Cora Jade wasn't even on my radar.
This would be a featured match on the card, regardless of its placing. Like I said, no bathroom breaks during this card.
Yeah, no, it's all fire.
Then
I love
Roxanne
it.
Perez would get the win.
You give Roxanne the win. Okay. I like it. Next up, Battle Royale for a future World Championship opportunity. This is a 9-woman Battle Royale. We got Candice
Stepping on my
LeRae,
toes
Ivy
there.
Nile, Asuka, Maxine Dupree, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Jordan Grace.
Okay.
We got Julia walking out of here as the winner.
Okay.
Julia. I love it. And anything else about this match?
I mean, it could just be a fun match for everybody involved. You know, a lot of cool spots.
I'm just saying, don't edge us, man. Like, give us some meat.
Nobody is ready for Asuka.
Well, this one, see, like if I was like a promoter, this one was one I would go out there and just like trust them to put on something great with what I give them as far as who's winning and all that.
I will say I'm surprised you didn't give the win to Jordan Grace. Like, I put Asuka in the middle as like the feature of the graphic because like she is the most decorated person within this list of women, but like Jordan Grace is the next big thing.
She would probably come be the runner-up if I'd probably have her be the runner-up. Her like an Asuka in the final three.
Battle Royals are also a good way to get all the women we have in the industry on the card.
Yeah, that's why most of my prediction cards have a Battle Royal because it's a good way to get names on there, even though it's just a Battle Royal.
Yeah.
I call it a cop out.
Like that Andre the Giant Battle Royal that happened at WrestleMania 30 and so on. I love that idea because so many people get a WrestleMania payday and get to be on the card, and then they moved it to the SmackDown before, and it's just bullcrap. Like put it back on Mania where people get to be there.
Dude, you guys have battle royales. Me, it's ladder matches. Those are my cop-out matches. So I'm not like immune to that or anything like that.
Sometimes tag teams can be too.
Yeah,
like if you just want to get someone on the card.
Dude, you're just lucky I didn't pick like an 80-man or 80-woman battle royal.
Yeah, I would not have done that.
Oh, no, because you would have heard it from me, Mr. Graphic Maker. You got to put this stuff in the disclaimer. And you're lucky I didn't go with 80 past, present, and future women.
All right. So then
go pick 80 girls off the street and make
moving on.
Graphics.
We got the semi-main for Eddie. WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton going in as champion versus Becky Lynch.
Oh, poor Tiffany.
Becky Hogan's going to get out the shovel.
Whoa.
Looks like she's like showboating the title. Like, you can buy this title at WWEshop.com.
When the man
I tried
comes
to
around.
use different graphics, okay, guys?
I like
I'm making it interesting.
They should give her a pink title, because I'm telling you right now, Tiffany Stratton's title run is not complete without a pink title, and that's just my opinion.
All right, Eddie, tell us about it.
Well, this is one that kind of goes with the name of the pay-per-view, Evolution, where we showcase that Becky, you know, all she's done is great and all, but Tiffany is the now and the future of the company. And you could do that by having her retain against Becky here.
Really? I love that you're putting Tiffy over, because, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Tiffy is still just middle stage fucking Ultra Instinct Sabrina Carpenter, but I'm just saying, like, Tiffy is the future of WWE.
Why is that name popping up everywhere nowadays?
Because
Sabrina
it's
Carpenter.
the truth.
No, like, I've seen it in, like, Tiffany Stratton's way. I've seen it on Facebook.
It goes
like,
Sabrina,
it
goes Tiffany, and then it goes Jordan Grace.
Yeah, but, like, my question is where did the Sabrina Carpenter come out of nowhere? Because it's like she came out overnight, and I don't even know who she is.
It's the Machop, the Machoke, and the Machamp of the WWE Pokemon Evolution. All right. And then for Eddie's main event, WWE Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley going in as champion versus Zelina Vega. This is interesting because I would not have picked Zelina Vega for a main event. So I'm interested.
I barely picked her for a battle royal.
Well, I thought about their match from Backlash a couple years ago and how nothing really came of that.
Backlash 23.
And I've been seeing stuff that, you know, they're supposed to be giving Zelina a push, and I've also, like, from what I've seen of her outside the ring, I think she's pretty funny, which I know that don't really matter much here, but...
No, I mean, personality is everything. Karrion Kross is getting over just because he has good personality online.
That's true. That's true.
I thought you were about to say he's getting lucky just by being winner.
But
She is
I
hot.
just think it could be a good match. You know,
Does
Maybe.
Zelina finally do it?
she does not.
Does
Ah.
He craps all over his own show with that comment. Nah. I gave her the shot, but nah.
All right. Anything else to add, Eddie?
No, I think it'll be a good moment for Rhea raising the title up, fireworks going off, and
I
show
like
ends.
it. That's
I just
how
hate how
you
they moved
end a
her to
PLE.
I just hate how they moved her to SmackDown and they ain't giving her like no better opportunities than what she had on Raw. Like, go back and spend time with the LWO.
All right. Well, now we're into the part of the show where I have talked all my shit, and now I gotta back it up.
Yeah.
So, with no further ado, hosted by WWE United States Champion Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis, Agent P, Agent A, and the Glamander-in-Chief, Ariana Grace.
Where did the third one come from?
What do you mean?
Right now on SmackDown, she's only got Piper and the other girl, right? Where'd the third girl come from?
It's a fantasy booking, you moron. Piper and Alba have like joined, and they are the Secret Hervis. And then on Twitter, Chelsea has been talking about bringing in Ariana Grace as her Glamander-in-Chief.
Well,
I
sorry
fucking love it all. I do.
I'm so sorry that my card was.
Glamander-in-Chief. Okay.
I'm so sorry that my.
Glamander-in-Chief.
I'm so sorry that my card was considered Dollar Tree and yours is.
I did
Amazon,
not say your card was
but-
Dollar Tree. I did not say that.
Sorry, Mr. Amazon over here.
But anyway, so yeah,
I didn't expect
hosted.
this. I didn't expect this.
What do you guys think of my pick for a host? I think it could be awesome.
I like
Should
it.
have one host.
You guys
a
got to
lot.
give me feedback because like I'm
It's a
sitting here
lot.
talking to you guys about your cards, but
I
you
don't
got to
know,
give
man.
me feedback.
I mean, I
So
feel
Eddie
like
had
I
seen
two
the
host
graphic.
from-
I thought it was a match.
Yeah.
When I seen the graphic, I thought it was a match for the US. I was like, wait a second. Like, what's going on? Like, oh,
Hosted
okay.
by.
Okay, so my question is like, I understand Eddie had two hosts, and I can see two hosts having, partial
But
responsibilities.
like, okay,
What
like,
the hell
Agent
are four
P.
people gonna do?
No, listen.
Yeah.
Agent P and Agent A are just going to sit in the background. They're going to have their suits on and their sunglasses. And they're just going to like stand there. And like Chelsea and Ariana are going to be like the true hosts.
Okay, I get that, but I was gonna
It
say,
is
like,
the Secret Hervis.
imagine Monday Night Raw having like 4 general managers. Like, at some point, it's like,
Yeah,
dude,
no.
kill it off a bit.
All right. Well, for my opening match, we got a showcase of champions. NXT champion Julia and NXT Women's NA champion Stephanie Vaquer versus WWE Women's Tag Team champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
This aged well.
Yeah, this aged well. I'm gonna be honest. The way I saw this going is I thought we were going to have like a double DQ last night, but they broke my heart and they took the title off Julia. Don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest Stephanie Vaquer fan out there, but I didn't want to see Julia lose it.
If you ask me about that match, I wish they would have like maybe Roxanne should have been part of that match, or a champion who held the champion longer, because they both kind of just won the championship. So I was kind of like,
Yeah.
title for title right now. Like it's worked now. It's like Stephanie's champion, it works. But I'm just saying, like when I think about like a double champ, like I think like Roxanne versus one of them for one of the title for both titles, just would be more interesting, I guess, or I don't know, or just I just thought. I was just surprised to see a title for title when they both had just recently won it.
Anyways, and in my fantasy world, they're both still champions. So this is our WWE universe, damn it. So, but anyways, what do you guys think about this matchup?
I think it could cook.
I
think
like
it's a great opener.
I think it's a decent match. One thing I hate what they've done with Raquel though is like I think Raquel has like a very pretty smile. And now that she's a bad guy, you don't see it so much.
Yeah, that is true.
And,
but at least she's got more of a personality than, oh, I have a back.
I guess. I mean, she kind of reminds me like Diesel off Wish.
I will say, maybe
she's trying. I'll give her that. She's trying.
Like, Chelsea Green being the host and Liv and Raquel not defending the championships, like maybe you could have had a match where they defend the championship.
I just wanted to do a showcase of champions, though. Like, I like that.
I mean, I like the match, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I got title matches coming, baby. Just sit down, relax. Let the Ring General take you on this journey. This is the opener. This is the appetizers. These are the crab ragoons.
God dang!
He
hasn't even got past the opener. Everyone's criticizing it.
Next up, Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria going in as champ versus Becky Lynch.
You got Becky winning.
This is what I'm talking about when I say I'm going to give you a lorgasm.
Right.
Because these two have so much history coming up, not only on the Indies in Ireland, but also Becky was the one who dropped the NXT title to Lyra in that feud 2 years ago. And now I feel like I forgot to say with the last match, I got the NXT girls winning. So I apologize. You guys got to make sure I say that. But anyways, so this is where Becky comes back as a heel, and I would have her coming back and like get her pound of flesh. Like, hey, I haven't forgotten about you, you little shit. You're not going to take my spot. So, but I would have Becky winning this match, and she becomes the second ever Intercontinental Champion.
Becky Hogan.
And it could be like a three-peat of matches, but this would be the first, and I think it would be a really cool like second match, because like you don't want people getting bored, and it's just like Eddie, we're all gas, we're all fire. So third match.
Who won? You said
Becky won. This is an elimination 5-on-5. Team Bayley versus Team Jax. We got on Bayley's team Zarya, Sol Ruka, Kaylani Jordan, and Jordan Grace versus Nia's team of the Fatal Influence and Jada Parker.
Miss Parker.
Now the reason I have these two, the way I book this match is you have like Bayley and Nia like sending like verbal jabs at each other, like on Twitter and like in backstage segments of bullshit, being like, we have
Bayley.
They're like, we have history in NXT, we have history here and there and the everything, and like they just keep going at it, and they're like, but we don't want to face each other again just for the hell of it, blah blah blah. And they're like, how about you get 4 girls from NXT, I get 4 girls from NXT, where we cemented ourselves and we go to war. And so that's how I would book this. And I would have to have Team Bayley winning this. I would probably have Jordan Grace be the sole survivor, like pinning Nia at the end of it.
It's not complete without Bayley telling Nia, "Hey Nia, go F yourself."
Big old dumb idiot.
But what do you guys think of Elimination 5-on-5?
I like it, but it should have went second. Should have went second. Yeah.
I don't know. With
all right.
Grace and Nia being the last two, I think that'd be good. Maybe even have her eliminate 2 or 3 of the other ones before Nia.
That's kind of how I was feeling. Like maybe like have her kick out like Nyx and Fallon, and then she has Nia to face at the end, like the final boss, so to speak.
So my question is like, are all these other women, are they just picked from NXT and stuff?
Yeah, so all 4 on each team were like exclusively NXT girls.
Okay.
And, like Bayley and Nia would like be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick 4 from NXT. You pick 4 from NXT.
So like,
let's bring the evolution, this new generation, and let's have a war."
So my only thing about the match is it's just me personally. Like I know 3 of them, which is Grace, Bailey, and Jax. Not everybody watches NXT, so I can see you having like 2 or 3 NXT girls in there and putting bigger names on there. Because I feel like if someone watched this match and they didn't watch NXT, they'd be like, "Who the hell are these girls?" But then again,
you got to remember though,
but then again,
the Evolution pay-per-view. Yeah, and the Evolution pay-per-view, the original, it was based around all 3 divisions, the SmackDown, Raw, and NXT divisions. So this is kind of like my gift of the NXT roster.
Yeah, I'm kind of split on it. Like, I see where fans would be like, I don't know these people, but then it gives them a chance to go watch NXT and get into them. So I'm like 50-50 on it. I ain't crapping on it.
Anybody else?
I think it's a good way to get eyes on the NXT.
Okay. Next up, singles match. Jade's going to get her pound of flesh. Mm-hmm. Jade Cargill versus Naomi, a grudge match.
What Naomi is that?
So I was trying to find a heel PNG of Naomi. So it's from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2018, I think, Naomi. But still, like, it works for my purposes.
Now remember with your computer, you can always like fix her face and take a picture of her smiling and just like arch her eyebrows down, make her look evil.
Naomi's always kind of been a babyface, except with Team Bad. Was that the name of the team?
Yeah, it was Team Bad.
Bad and Dangerous.
Fun fact, Team Bad's music is the Street Profits music.
I was about to say that, yeah. Which I don't even remember that from the day. I don't even remember that from the old days, though. Like, I have to go back and watch that to be sure.
This match it serves the exact purpose you think it does. This is where Jade finally gets her hands on Naomi more than she already has. Like, yeah, she's beat her down twice, but this is where she, like, really puts the exclamation point in there. Oh, that gets her pound of flesh back.
Y'all notice Jade's been feeling heelish? Like, just all these attacks.
She has, but she shouldn't.
It's weird, but it does. I sense it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to chew on with this match. Like, I will be honest, I book it solely just for Jade to get that win back.
It is kind of funny because, like, at Elimination Chamber, like, Bianca was, like, all sad about Naomi getting attacked. And then, like, 6 days later on SmackDown, it's like, she deserves it. Go get you some.
Now, we're going to the latter half of my card, and this is where we really turn up the heat.
Get to it.
Triple threat match. Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee versus Cora Jade.
You're such a turd.
We got Perez and Jade coming in there, and their wrestling mom comes back to teach them a lesson, because the way I got this booked is Cora and Roxanne are both on Raw, and they're acting like pompous little shits, right? And CM Punk is like doing a backstage segment or whatever, and they are like really disrespectful to him, and they both slap him or something. And Punk's a gentleman; he's not going to do anything about it.
They do that.
Yeah,
now he's a gentleman.
Punk's a gentleman. He doesn't do anything about it. He's just like, okay, that's how you want to play it, and he makes a call.
We're talking about the guy who GTS Beth Phoenix in a Rumble.
No, because these are his kids.
I was a kid.
These are his wrestling children. This is Punk and AJ adopted these two essentially, and they having them like disrespect him, and like he's like, okay, I see you guys. I'm gonna make a call, and all of a sudden the next week on Raw, wrestling mom comes walking in, and it's AJ Lee, and she kicks their asses, both of them. And so that's how she goes in, and it becomes a triple threat at Evolution. And I gotta admit, I got AJ Lee going over here. Maybe she pins Cora, maybe she pins Perez. That part's not important. The point is that she teaches them a little bit of respect, and then at the end of the match, they all get up like they're holding their abdomens like they're hurt and everything. But then they come back together and they hug it out.
They got to be a faction after that.
That's catharsis, is what it is.
If anything, I see what you did there. I think you picked like 3 of the punk rocker type of girls and mixed them together.
But there's so much more than that. Like I said, these two are literally AJ's wrestling children.
I guess, but like without AJ being around, like I need to see her around and around.
But Punk's always around though.
Punk is, but I need to see her back in the business and treating these like they're wrestling girls to believe that. Like,
well, she does backstage
like,
though. Like you see, yeah, like you see pictures of them like hanging out together and like like doing like trainings and stuff too. So like, I mean, it's there. It's just not on WWE TV. Until
CM Punk finds himself a new girl and like, they're nothing.
But yeah, so that's that match. That would be my 5th match on the card.
It is kind of funny though. Like CM Punk's been like so father-like to him, and in his contract, there's like you have to be good type of order.
Yeah.
Like just imagine if there wasn't a good behavior type of situation. Maybe he'd be like, "I hate you too."
So match 6. Trish Stratus's last match.
Holy crap!
Trish Stratus
Flair
versus Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Charlotte Flair looks like the Golden Power Ranger right there.
You guys are taking all the seriousness out of this.
A lot going on. I'm just saying.
You're taking the seriousness out of it.
It's
time. It is time for Stratus to hang up the boots, and what better way than at an all-women's Evolution pay-per-view?
Hey, I'm going to disagree with that because that's like my first ever wrestling crush you're talking about.
Yeah, but
like,
it's time, though. It is time. And what better person to take her out back and put a 2 in the head than Charlotte Flair?
Look, if Ric Flair can wrestle into his 80s.
Yeah, but she can pass the torch then to Charlotte, and she's like, okay, you are the new gatekeeper the same way I was. The way everybody fantasy booked Stratus for so long is the way they're going to treat Charlotte for the next 10 years.
Did they have a match, or is that? Am I thinking of something else?
They did have a match once.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's better. As long as it's better than that one. Like I'm fine with this match. As long as it's better than that one.
I just don't believe in passing a torch down to Charlotte because she already thinks she's the best thing ever, and it's like, dude, just because your dad's
she's
Ric
the
Flair,
perfect person, though. Because
I just don't like
she
her attitude
is
about it. Like she thinks she's the best ever, but there are plenty better than her. I guarantee you,
I agree with
Charlotte.
I'm just saying she lives that gimmick of being the best. She's a DDP type situation where
that's why I hope Tiffany beats her at Mania. Depends or knocks her down a couple pegs.
But anyway, so I would have Charlotte Flair pinning Stratus, and that's how how Stratus goes out on her own terms, ends her career that way. And I think it would be a really big like passing the torch moment.
The only reason I want to see Trish win it is because I think Charlotte won their first encounter. I think if anything, Trish should at least, get that win back. Like Charlotte doesn't need it. Trish definitely doesn't need it, but back in Trish's day, she didn't wrestle women like Charlotte. So Trish got the win over her. If they ever chose to bring her back, it can be like, hey, she has a credible win over one of our top women wrestlers. Like, she has that going for her.
All right. Well, we have come to the semi-main. WWE Women's Championship. Nikki Bella versus champion Tiffany Stratton. Talk about looking in a mirror. We have...
Really?
Yeah. Because we have the Barbie of the 2010s, who everybody hated for being the Barbie of WWE. And then you have the Barbie of the 2020s, who everybody adores Tiffany Stratton for the work she's doing.
It's funny you say that because I actually do have Nikki Bella's Barbie doll.
And like Bella comes in and she's like, "This used to be my spot, and they hated me for it, and yet they loved you and everything else." And she keeps attacking her over and over again and to get this match. And I would have Tiffany beating her, putting her in the ground, kind of another notch on Tiffany's belt, which I think should be a very long one. But this would be one of those beating the ghosts of the past type situations.
You probably can't see it because of the screen, but right in front of the screen, I'm holding up the the Nikki Bella Barbie doll.
I'll see it later. But what do you guys think of this matchup?
This just seems like it's very much like Like I could see this is like an evolution match. Like literally, I just see this as like an evolution match where, because and when Nikki comes back, I feel like it would be evolution. Maybe she does some other stuff, but she'd definitely be there for evolution. So I think this is I like it. I like it.
For me, as long
Austin,
as
you've been
Tiffany
very
goes over-
quiet.
I'm just analyzing.
Analyzing?
Just analyzing.
Digesting.
I'm also
This
kind
is
of
how
tired,
he-
but I'm here.
This is how he gets his knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Best
this
of his
is
knowledge.
how he attains the knowledge to have the best of his knowledge.
Well, he's gonna need some more. He's gonna need some of that knowledge to climb his way up in this super card we're in.
Oh yeah.
But,
There's a lot of knowledge on this one. My knowledge has sucked.
But no, this
Alright.
match, the only way I even like it is if Tiffany goes over.
Oh yeah, Tiffany goes over.
Yeah.
I can see Nikki coming back, but I can see Nikki coming back and being like, "Hey, I was here before you," blah blah blah. But in the end, Tiffany has to win. If Nikki wins, then it's kind of like boo.
Yeah, totally.
That would be
totally
my
right.
that would be my only gripe is just it's always nice to have someone going in the challenger that people actually want to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even in my matches, there's some.
Well, that's kind of what I tried to do with Becky. Like, even though she'd be a heel in that situation, I feel like people would be happy that she won the title.
Yeah.
And then, for the main event, you know it, you love it, you're going to see a little bit of it soon. Women's World Championship, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, the 1A and 1B of WWE Women's Wrestling.
It's a heater.
I don't know what more I could say about it other than this is a match that has been years in the making. And they took very different roads to get here, like in their WWE development. But to have that culmination happen at Evolution to really cement the women's division as hey, this is the big thing going on right now, I think it would be a really special moment for both of them.
One thing I like about Bianca is I guess she really does make all of her attires and clothing.
She does.
That's pretty cool skill she has. If she wanted to retire today and start making other women wrestlers clothing, that's a career right there. That's pretty cool. But who wins in this scenario?
So, that's not something that I'm not sure how to answer it because I don't want either of them to lose.
Yeah.
But you have to.
I feel like this has to be part of a larger feud. And
don't you dare say draw.
For that to happen, I think we would have to have Rhea Ripley retain and then have Bianca turn heel because I feel like Ty said earlier, Bianca needs a reason to turn heel. She needs something of substance for it to be worth it. And I think that this feud would make her heel turn worth it.
Well, between her, Rhea, and Io Sky now, I'm confused on who I'm supposed to boo.
Well, I think we're supposed to boo Rhea, but nobody's ever going to boo Rhea.
Yeah,
well, no, but
hard.
you can look at each one of those women and be like, okay, they all have a credible fan base. I could see so many people wanting each woman to win. I think in wrestling, you kind of have to give us a little bit of direction and say hey, here's at least a reason to boo these people. If anything, this past Monday made me feel sorry for Io because she's like, look at me, I'm champion.
But anyway, so that does come to the end
Yeah, I can't wait for
of
that.
my card.
Okay. Now, I got something to say.
I was about to say, I feel like we should all analyze each other's cards and say, give us a 0 out of 10. So Ty, what is Ty's card? What would you give Ty's card 0 out of 10? I would give it a solid 8. And don't do 0.5s. I just want to hear
I'm about to give him an 8.5.
yeah, don't give him the 0.5s. Either
Okay,
do
8.5.
7, an 8, 6, whatever. So Joey, what do you got? What do you give Ty's card?
Since I can't get a point,
I get an
8.5,
8 or a
8.5. 8.5.
8 or a
I
9.
give it an 8, man. That was a pretty good card.
Austin, what do you give it?
I'm right there with you. I'd give that an 8.
Eddie?
Ty's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably give it an 8 as well. I would 7.5
Alright.
is what I was thinking, but
Where's it at, Ty?
So eight's all across the board. Okay. Next up, Joey. I'm gonna give you a solid like 6.
Fuck you, dude. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now before we go any further.
I'm sorry.
You sent me and Ty to the bottom of the barrel. Me, Ty, and Austin to the bottom of the barrel. Put you and Eddie on this freaking golden platter.
We tried harder.
And by the end of it, hold up. You're going to wish you didn't say that. Because I respect the work you and Eddie put into your cards, but after seeing everyone's cards, I can honestly say that, especially on your card, Jesse, there were some matches where I was like,
oh, like what?
I was like, oh my god, like he just put the obvious together. Like some of Tyreek's matches had some actual thought process and got crapped on, and then you put some. I think Tyreek had one of the better cards out of all.
It's like the basis of my whole card was just
Look at that.
evolution. Like every match had a reason to be there. Are you kidding me?
Every match of mine had a reason to be there, and I gave you how I got them there. I gave you the lore behind it. I gave you everything, and that's how you treat it?
Well,
you deserve that 6.
Yeah,
Ty, what do you give Joey's card?
I need some backup here, bro.
I gave
you an 8.
I give him a 5.
I wish I didn't go first, because I would take an 8 back in a heartbeat. Give you a 2.
Look, only reason is just, I probably wouldn't have Tiffy at 9 in the main event. Like, literally, like, I don't know. It's like, and a few matches I just felt like could have happened on Raw or SmackDown. Like, what was it? Blitz and Lily. Like, that's kind of, weighs it down a little bit. But I will say, best match you had was your opener. Like, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
totally.
What?
I had your back.
Everything.
I had your back when it came to you and me and Austin being put in the bottom of the barrel.
I know.
And then when I need a little backup, I get crapped on. Like, oh, bro.
It's not my fault. He told me to choose after you.
You're lucky. I'm telling you right now.
After him.
I'm telling you right now. You're lucky in these card predictions. There's no low blow or roll ups because I would take your title off you in the cheapest way possible.
All right. So, Eddie, what do you give his card?
I'll give it a 7.
You give it a 7? All right. Austin?
Best one yet. I can see my wrestler doing that for me. Thanks, man.
I'd also give it a 7.
Okay.
At least these two know what they're talking about.
Hey, you got a 5, a 6, and 2 7s. That's not bad.
You got Ice Cube and Bray Wyatt over here, like, fucking dragging my balls through the dirt. Like,
hey, man. Just
all right.
Different.
I have dirty dick syndrome because of these guys, because they're dragging my balls through the dirt so bad.
All right, we got Austin next. Austin, I'm going to give you a solid 7.
Okay.
And the reason I say a 7 is because, like, I know you mentioned like that some of them were supposed to be championship matches, but like the way I interpreted your info, I didn't see that, so there wasn't any championship matches on your card, and I feel like that kind of weighs it down a little. But I do appreciate the sicko booking, because I really do. Like, some of those matches were just absolutely filthy.
Yeah, so
matchups.
Roxanne and the Pitbull and Kabuki Warriors and Kabuki.
Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill.
Yes. Wow, that was a good match.
Now, hold on.
Stephanie Bliss and Bailey. Like, he had some banger matches.
That's a good match too.
But I just didn't see like the main event pay-per-view type.
What was his main event?
What was your main again?
The main event was Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, you had Barbenheimer for the main event.
Okay, so here's my issue with Austin's card, and it's not even an Austin thing. It's a Jesse thing. If you realized that he had no titles on his card,
it is not my job to. I am not your babysitter.
You could have messaged.
Really? I am not your babysitter.
Really? Let's rewind back to when you were on your card. Oh, you guys will have to remind me on who was the winners.
That's different.
Oh no, you could have messaged him and said, "Hey, bro, no title matches. Are you sure you don't want to fix that?" Like, I feel like you saw that he had a titleless match card and just said, "Fuck him."
Well, so to be fair, all across the board here, I booked that without any titles in mind. That was just what would be some badass matches to watch.
And I respect that.
I had no idea of fantasy title defenses or anything like that. That wasn't really what I was going for. That was just, this is my image. I do what the fuck I want. Okay.
I totally get it. It's your world. Joey, what do you give Austin's card?
I give him an 8 for creativity and for giving me a 7 because I feel like he was 2 out of 4 people that didn't poop on me.
Little quid pro quo, I like it. Eddie, what do you give Austin's card?
I would probably also give it a 7. I think it was. I like like you said, the sicko booking.
Yeah,
but I do want to put an asterisk next to it and say that as the editor of the video, you could have reached out. You could have done better on that end.
No, that's not how it rolls.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stifle you guys' creativity.
I mean, you could have said, "Hey, Ty, is that the route you want to go?"
What do you give Austin's card, Ty?
I give him a 7 too. At first, I kind of was like thinking back to the matches. I thought maybe it was going to be a 6, but after he started naming them off, it's like, oh no, that's a good card. 7.
Yeah, no, it was a good card. Eddie. I got to give you an 8, bro. Just because, like I said, I feel like you, along with me, took this as like, okay, we are going to make the most badass pay-per-view that we possibly can with all the different toys that we have at our disposal. So I respect you for it.
Tyreek, Austin, and I can just sit down and let the big boys talk because
I gave him an 8. I gave him an 8.
Freaking kids table here.
Ty, what do you give Eddie?
I want to go back through his matches just so I give but Charlotte versus Chelsea Green, right?
You want to go back through the matches?
Yeah,
do it all over again.
Yeah, he had a lot, didn't he?
He did.
He had 8 matches. 1 second, I'll open it up.
That's gonna be good refresher.
Okay, so he had AJ and Brandy as the host. He had Charlotte and Chelsea, the Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca triple. He had Io and Lyra. He had Judgment Day versus the 6. He had the triple threat with Cora Jade, Perez, and Bayley. He had the 9-woman. He had Tiffy versus Becky. And then in his main event, he had Rhea versus Zelina.
Wow, that was really good. Yeah, I probably I'm giving him an 8 as well. Like maybe it would have been a little higher, but Zelina didn't win the title, and that kind of made me mad. So
I knew you're the biggest Zelina fangirl ever.
I was just like, oh, Zelina's in the main event, and she loses. Okay,
it's gonna give her seeds to a good heel turn. With that,
Joey, what do you give Eddie's card? And his card, not him.
Hey, I can give whatever I want, and
no nepotism in here.
Oh, you wait till yours, you mofo. No, I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I would have gave him a higher, depending on like Zelina being replaced with someone else. But I'm not crapping on the idea. If anything, I would like to see how it, worked out on TV. So to me, the more of how I see it work out really depends, but I mean, I'll give him a solid 8 on it. I mean, he did have some creativity. There were some. He had more title matches than me, and apparently Austin too. But he had more title matches than me, and I'll give him that.
Austin,
I didn't even think of Chelsea Green or the IC or US title.
Man, I would give an 8. I do want to say I really liked the idea that he had for the host. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, none of us thought of that.
I won't lie, I stole that.
Man, he stole that. Yeah. So me and Eddie were going back and forth. Like I said, this was like a day or two after I made the announcement. I was like, hey, this is your guys' homework. And me and Eddie are going back and forth, and he's like, he sends me his card like immediately, and I'm like, dude, you have things on there that match up so well with me.
That's why Jesse's all over him today. Jesse's like, oh my god, it's like my fantasy Booker brother. Like, dude, you back off Eddie's balls right now.
I know, right? You said that like
I
5
see
times.
it. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said that.
Like, I think we're the only ones who took it seriously.
Because
he's juicing all over Eddie right now. Like, dude,
we're the ones who truly appreciate women's wrestling.
Oh my god! You should have said what you just said, because now it makes it even obvious. Like, you're fangirling right now over Eddie's booking.
I will say,
anyways,
mine. I just feel like in the timing of everything, mine makes the most sense. Like if it were to happen in July or October or something.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of the. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Mine is a true and blue like fantasy card. Yours is like the reality card. I will give you that. And then, of course, there's mine. I can't rate myself, but I will remind you what happened. I had the champion showcase, both the NXT, the women's and the North American versus the WWE tag team. So Julia and Vacker versus Liv and Raquel. I had Becky winning the IC championship over Lyra. I had the Team Bayley versus Team Jax with Bayley's team winning. I had Naomi versus Jade, where Jade would get her win or her pound of flesh, so to speak. I had the emotional 3-way between Cora Jade, Roxanne, and Wrestling Mom. And then I also had Trish Stratus's last match, Charlotte going over Trish. I had the semi-main, which is Nikki Bella losing in an effort to Tiffany Stratton. And then the main, of course, was Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, with Rhea retaining. And then, of course, that goes into a Bianca heel turn. So, Ty, what do you give me?
Remember, bottom of the barrel.
I did not say that. I never said bottom of the barrel. I never said Dollar Tree. I never said any of that crap, Joey.
You didn't have to say it.
It's what was left unsaid.
It's what you didn't say.
I'd probably give you a 7 because you have a lot of like great matches, but a lot of them I feel are like the wrong winners. Like you did, like some of them,
really?
I just feel like you should have done a little more.
Who do you think should have won?
Listen, I think Becky should, definitely should be the person to take it off Lyra, but you have too many of those matches where the vets are winning. Like, it's like, of course, you have the 5-on-5 who's paid more attention to the NXT rookies, but, you have Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair being, I feel like,
I was about to say, that's a passing a torch.
But I think Trish should win that match. Like, that's the one example, but having,
I hate when vets win their retirement match, though.
Nah, I think, but Trish would, it'd be the right choice, especially since they already had the match. If you were gonna do, like, I don't know what I would have for, like, Trish's, like, final match, but if I were to do it with Charlotte, because they had a match already, I would have Trish win it. Like, just to, yeah.
Yeah, her win and a big celebration afterwards, all that.
Yeah, it don't even have to be, like, it could be a roll-up or something, because that's Charlotte Flair. So, but also...
Are you telling me you would have had somebody else win in the AJ triple?
Yeah, just because it's
the story doesn't work, though, if somebody else wins.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the reason. It's like you set up these matches that are set up for them to win and the bigger names to win. And I'm just, I thought maybe, could have a little more matches where, it's set up like, maybe Lyra does retain. Like I said, I agree with that. Like, Becky should, I think Becky, winning, like, there's room for one of those matches, but I think you could add a little more where.
Okay.
I'll
take the 7.
And I'm trying to think, what was your opener?
My opener was the championship showcase.
That's right.
And NXT, NA.
Yeah, NXT. And I think I also made that little gripe or whatever. I was just like, maybe Chelsea could have defended the title or, the tag team champions could have been defended.
I think I should get 5 points just for having Chelsea and the Secret Hervis as the hosts.
That was a little weird. I'm not going to lie. That's just a lot of hosts, and it's kind of...
You're kidding me.
Well, Chelsea... actually, the way you set it up, like them just being in the background and not actual hosts or, just dressed up, that's fine, but that was just
Joey,
too many people.
I know you're gonna dig me, so go ahead. Tell me what give me my 2 or my 3 or whatever.
Oh no, I'm better than that. I'm better than you. I mean, I'll give it a solid 6, and not because it's what you gave me. I'm putting all that aside for the moment being. We'll go back to that later. I just felt like I dig it when I watched pay-per-view. I mean, yeah, of course, but there were like some matches, like Ty said, where I would disagree on the winner and losers, like Trish winning, the AJ match too. Like, I guess that sounded like your point of view sounds all right on it. I think I would like. If anything, I'd like to see her go out there too full of herself, and then these 2 girls beat her up, beat her down. CM Punk has to carry her out of the ring, whatever. Like, I would have saw a few more different results, but I mean, I give it a solid 6. As of now, back to my point, as an editor, I give you like a frowny face because you just pointed out, okay? You just pointed out, oh my God, me and Eddie were fangirling, we were chit-chatting. You had time to sit here and fangirl with Eddie, but you didn't have a second to send Austin a text.
I did not
and
change.
Say, hey.
No, listen, I did not tell Eddie to change a damn thing about his card.
No, but I feel like you guys had a
he
way
stole
more
my
of a,
idea.
I feel like you guys had more of a. I feel like you guys had more conversations about your cards than we all did, and that's fine. Maybe me and Tyreek didn't really, have much to say until today. But I do feel like if you had the time to talk to Eddie, you had time to message Austin and say, hey, bud, you forgot Ty.
Right there. It says, hosted by AJ and Brandy. You took my idea.
I'm just saying, Austin deserved a better chance than what he got.
Also, because, I feel like on some of your guys, on Eddie and Jesse's card in particular, because you guys got it done so early, like some things shifted to where, it affected your card a little bit. Like, obviously, yeah, there's just a couple instances.
All right. Well, Austin, what do you give my card?
Solid 8. I liked a lot of what you did. I really liked the explanation, the storylines that you kind of had drafted up. I could tell you put a lot of thought behind it. I thought that was good.
I think we all gave pretty good thought to our cards.
I will say, I'm bumping Joey up to a 6 because I don't know. Like, looking back at the matches, I'm like, okay, it's not, it's not a 5.
If anyone else wants to raise the number, now is the time.
Well, Eddie, this is the last chance. Does anybody but me deserve a 10?
I'll give you.
What the fuck?
You give me a 9, okay?
Bro, I am so glad.
If I was gonna
tell me why I deserve that 9, and I'll put all these jabronis in their place. Besides Austin, Austin gave me an 8.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jesse got the highest score.
You gave me a. Yeah,
well,
and he's like
overall.
the biggest critic, and he's like the biggest critic of the night.
I would say.
Why do you give me the 9?
Because if that makes me think of like a all women's WrestleMania card. And I think that's how it kind of should feel. All right. The only reason I don't give it a 10 is just because nothing is perfect.
No.
It would have to be insane. Like, it has to be something super, super duper insane that none of us have thought of yet.
A video game. Freaking 2K fantasy.
All right.
I will say it's pretty insane that Jesse just said, like, his card was a 10 card and no one else even got that. Like, that's kind of insane, bro.
I was joking.
Okay.
I will say, though, congratulations to Eddie, who got the most overall points. He got 4 8s. Nobody else came close, I don't think. But this podcast is sponsored by Dubby. In awesome flavors like Dragonade and Dub Sludge, this is the fuel that fueled me to become the most decorated champion in all of RPD.
Oh my God! Get off of your freaking high horse!
Like the same energy that leads me to the promised land to take that ring, and then to take that title from you, Tyreek.
I'm not gonna lie, I do want to get some of that grudge sludge you said because I don't think I had that flavor in the sample.
Dubby keeps my mind right, and it keeps me champion. Go get you some Dubby, and you'll remain.
It is jitterless, Jitterless Focus, made from all natural ingredients. It's sugar-free, made from coffee fruit extract.
Dubby makes me focus on other crap other than Jesse's critical